What's up, Sneaky Nation? Sneaky P back with all the news after week 3 of our Los Angeles Crusaders franchise and season number 6. The Crusaders have improved to 3-0. Now, our schedule hasn't been the most difficult so far this season, and I believe all 3 games have been at home, if I'm not mistaken. Let's check that out really fast. We have proven to be a really good home team, whereas we have struggled a lot on the road in recent seasons. Yep, all 3 games are at home. So, while we looked really good there, I mean, look at this. We are definitely putting some points up on the board, scoring over 30 a game right now, haven't scored less than 34. And our defense is starting to hold up with only allowing 5 points, really only allowing 3 points in that last game. Obviously, now that we're getting on to some road games, it's going to get a little bit more difficult. We really struggled on the road last season. It's going to be interesting to see how rookie Stuart Denny compares to second-year Stuart Denny on the road. You know, maybe he's matured a little bit more. He definitely has better wide receivers to work with, although he didn't connect with Jacob Moody in that last game. We really didn't pass the ball a whole lot in that last game. Our running attack was working beautifully, and I wanted to limit the turnovers as much as we possibly could. I think we did that fairly well in terms of controlling the clock with our run game once we built the lead up. Next up, we do have the 2-1 Lions. It's going to be interesting to see how their team has changed throughout the seasons. I don't know that we've played them in quite a while. I'm sure we might have, and I just don't remember, but I can't think of what their team would look like, so I'm kind of excited to see that. Moving forward, let's go ahead. Let's work on our corners some more. You know, we're really not getting a whole lot of interceptions. We haven't dropped a whole lot. We have dropped a few, and that's a little bit worrisome. But not enough to change the slider yet. We'll wait and kind of see how it all unfolds. We only have 1 interception on the season right now, and that's not even credited to Javian Mitchell for whatever reason. But we'll have to see how it all unfolds as we move forward. We are on a winning streak. That's improving our players' confidence, which I like quite a bit. But yeah, I just really need to get Sherman's catching up. If we can get his playmaking up, the sky's the limit for this guy. I definitely have a lot of faith in what I think he's going to be able to do for us in the future. Now, a lot of people have soured on Amukamara. I'm not quite sure why. I don't think he's really done anything for that to happen yet. He didn't get as many interceptions last season, but he was still a pretty solid threat. And then the flip side for that is, if anything, I feel like Denard's been the one kind of letting us down at this point in the season. You know, he's younger. People love to have that youth factor in, but we'll kind of see how things unfold as we move forward. Interesting tweet over here. I haven't seen anything in the news about it, but the top story is sad for the city of Nashville today. The Titans are a model NFL franchise and created so many memories that will last forever. I have already gone through all 50 of these top stories and haven't seen anything in regards to the Titans moving. Now, that is something that might have been done in the preseason. I guess I don't scroll through these top stories incredibly frequently, but it's very interesting. Maybe the Titans have finally relocated, and if that were to be the case, that's exciting for me, because when I made this franchise, I kind of wanted to see other teams potentially relocate. I thought that'd be fun. I like, you know, a breath of fresh air. So that'd be kind of interesting to see. I don't know where they're going or anything like that, but we'll see what all unfolds. We have the second best defense in the NFL, the 10th best offense. Now, the Lions are top 10 in both categories. That's something to keep an eye on. You know, they're a pretty good team. Let's go ahead and find out who their loss was to. That could be pretty telling. This could be a very good team that we're looking at right now and just not even know. Actually, you know what? Let's go to team schedule and check it out that way. I'm kind of curious. Again, the Lions, I feel like they're kind of a mystery to me right now. I'm curious. They only lost to the Super Bowl champion Eagles. So that's that, you know. Very, very interesting. You know, looks like they might have a pretty good team. We'll check out their lineup briefly a little bit here. So they have Christian Ponder. We know he's been doing a good job for him. Looks like he's probably the starter. Black just filled in maybe. Nile Davis is their starting running back. All right. They still have Calvin Johnson Jr., Jermichael Finley, Dwayne Bowe. Okay, so they got some weapons to work with here. You know, obviously Finley's a little bit older. Bowe's a little bit older at this point. Calvin Johnson Jr. is a little bit older at this point, but they're definitely weapons nonetheless. So a pretty good team there. Something to keep an eye on anyway. Let's go ahead and check out the awards as we move forward here. Kind of see what we're working with. The weekly awards, why not? Derek Carr, speaking of the devil, 23 of 30, 333 yards, 3 touchdowns to 1 interception. Then Ingram with 3 sacks to go with 6 tackles. Jared Mayo, 10 tackles, 1 interception. And Andy Dalton, 36 of 56, 305 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions for him. Obviously, we're way too early in the season to see the weekly awards. But we'll also check out the league stats. Again, we're just going to look at our division right now. I kind of have fun comparing all the quarterbacks within our division, seeing how they're doing. Not quarterbacks, but the whole team, really. Casey Kitchens. Oh, man, that was a weird hiccup. Casey Kitchens. He really hadn't played much. We can't count that. Chaz Jenkins leading the way with the 106.3 quarterback rating. 7 touchdowns, 4 interceptions for him. Stuart Denny, 101 quarterback rating, 776 yards. So the least amount of passing yards through our division right now. Granted, last game we hardly passed the ball at all. Previously, he was doing a very good job on that list. But 8 touchdowns, 5 interceptions for him. Mitch Farrell, the rookie quarterback, leading the way in the touchdown and yards department. Over 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns, 6 interceptions for him. And then Tremaine Small, 95.6 quarterback rating, 817 yards, 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Rushing the ball, Devin Golden, nobody's close. A lot more carries than every... Did y'all hear that? That is like the longest thunder I have ever heard in my life, and now my roommate's dog is trying to get... Wow. That was loud. I have headphones on and everything. I was not expecting that. 71 carries, 334 yards, 4.7 yards a carry. Gus, just I'll be there in a minute. two touchdowns. Le'Veon Bell, 56 yards, 228 yards, 4.1 yards a carry, and 4 touchdowns. DeMarco Murray on the Chargers, 47 carries, 180 yards. I'm going to let Gus into the room. 1 second. Gosh. Sorry about that. We're back. It's okay, Gus. I think he's afraid of thunder. And then Monte Ball, 41 carries, 143 yards, and a touchdown. We also see Jesus King with 2 touchdowns, and Kason Dobbs with a touchdown, as well as Robinson for the Chiefs. Receiving the ball, Emmanuel Sanders leading the way. Nobody really close. I guess Jabbar Gray is close in yards, not so much catches. 322 yards for Emmanuel Sanders. Jabbar Gray, 26 catches, 296 yards, and a touchdown for him. Brandon Marshall, 19 catches, 297 yards, and 3 touchdowns despite Madden's horrible speed that it has given him. Jawan Sellers, 19 catches, 180 yards. We don't have a guy on the list. Denarius Moore signed with the Chargers. Wow, and he has 2 touchdowns. Okay, very interesting pickup for them there. Been a Raider his entire career, a Raider and a Crusaders, so interesting to see that. Man, we really need to get... And then Marcel Reese went over to the Chargers as well. Wow. Chargers are taking all of our players. Okay. That is going to add a lot more intrigue to that matchup. Very interesting to see. Yacob Moody down here. Keaston Mack. Baker down the list. We have a lot of guys on the list. They're just quite a bit ways down, which I don't really like. I want to get them a little bit more involved. Donald Butler leading the way in tackles, sacks. Khalil Mack with 7, McCown with 6, Bola Asante, the rookie with 4, Zeke Hickman with 2, Shelby Harris with 2, and Keegan Gibson with 2. Nobody else in the division has more than 1 sack right now. That's pretty crazy. Interceptions, again, we're not going to be on this list because of that glitch, but Dante Whitner with 2, Cooper, Church, Emerson, Roby, Hiddings, Peterson, George, Moore, and Fuller all with 1. Not a whole lot there. Fumbles forced, Khalil Mack with 2, Keegan Gibson with 1. Fumbles recovered, Bola Asante, the only fumble recovery. Kicking, we have Prater 7 of 8, Samuels and Gomez 4 of 4, or Gomes, probably Gomes. We'll say Gomes. And Chuck Vaughn 2 of 2. Punting, Sam Martin, Appalachian State with the most punts. However, Marquette King has retaken his crown with the most yards per punt. Kick return, doesn't look like we're going to have a touchdown here. Nope, I don't see it. Chase Cross, actually quite a bit ways down this list. Something I was not expecting. However, punt return, nobody even close to him. And he had the 74-yard punt return in the last week. Definitely a thrilling return. His first punt return of his career. Guys, that is going to be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit that like button. It helps me out quite a bit. And I will see you guys. Oh, wait, let's check out draft stories. There are no draft stories to check out. Yeah, I'll see you guys in week number 4 as we take on the Detroit Lions. Later.